When I'm sat in my bed scrolling through TikTok, half of the edits I see are of villains. Clearly the creators of these stories intended for the heroes to be who we fell in love with, but the bad guys ended up as the fan favorites. Why is this? Let's get into it. This isn't a new question. Whilst researching for this video, I came across endless pages of articles diving into the human mind and why we as a society seem to resonate with villains more. And it all comes down to relatability. I'm not saying we can all relate to Anakin Skywalker. Like, I certainly didn't blow up a planet or execute a bunch of younglings, but I would do whatever I could to save my loved ones. And when I asked my friends who their favorite characters were and why, I got some similar answers. In the rest of pop culture, villains and anti-heroes seem to be everyone's character of choice. In the MCU, Loki is definitely popular, his charms and schemes appearing to draw in a cult of supporters. And in the Hunger Games, thanks to the prequel movie The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, social media was dominated with snowfalls on top posts for months. DC's Joker has always been extremely popular, and in the old Disney animated films, the villains were always portrayed in a way that made them more interesting compared to their protagonist counterparts. For example, Scar and Ursula from The Lion King and The Little Mermaid respectively. Even action movies have the same effect, with Tyler from Fight Club almost being idolized. There is no shortage of villains with their own fanbase. According to research, liking villains allows us to explore a darker part of ourselves, but there is no actual concrete evidence to why we often find the villains as more attractive. Sigmund Freud would say that our attraction to villains stems from another psychological condition, the fact that humans by nature are antisocial creatures. We're inherently selfish, and in the spirit of getting what we want, we identify with those exhibiting inappropriate and evil behavior. In basic terms, villains are just more realistic. In real life, everyone has flaws, but the picture-perfect superhero that saves the day and finds his true love without even hurting someone by accident, that is just so far from reality that the bad guys are just always more human. They're also more interesting. Seeing a character do what they want in any way that they can is way more interesting than seeing the good guy stick to the rulebook. Stories are an escape from reality, so why would we as an audience want to watch the same thing we could do every day when we can instead enter the minds of those that do everything we're taught not to do by society? Who's your favorite villain? Let me know in the comments down below.